So today we learn about the exceptions to octet rule. So let me explain about what is octet rule. Octet rule is the presence of um, 8 electrons to the outermost shell to fulfill the energy level. What are the exceptions? So example 1 is about hydrogen. So basically hydrogen carries 1 electron and it needs one more electron to fulfill its shell. Number 2 is helium, which contains 2 electrons, and again it also required 2 more electrons to complete its energy level. While in case of hydrogen plus chlorine, we see that in hydrogen it contains 1 electron, while the chlorine it contains 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So it pairs in this way that this forms an octet. While in example lithium, lithium contains 2 electrons and then 1 electron in its outermost shell. It loses its 1 electron and get +1 charge. While in case of beryllium, it contains 2 electrons in its outermost shell and it loses 2 of them and get +2 charge on it. While in case of boron, boron is like another exception in which hydrogen utilizes all of its 6 electrons to form bond with in boron with hydrogen, it utilizes like boron utilizes all of its 6 electrons to form a bond with hydrogen to gives BH3. So it's B and it forms a bond with hydrogen. Boron is an exception to octet rule as it only needs 6 electrons to form a bond and it forms BH3. Again, another exception is aluminum utilizes its 6 electrons to form a bond with hydrogen to forms aluminum. So basically we learn about the exceptions of octet rule. First we know about the octet rule. Octet rule is something in which there should be the 8 electrons in the outermost shell to fulfill the energy level of the element. So hydrogen is the first exception in which it contains only 1 electron and it also requires 1 electron to fulfill its first shell. Then helium, it contains 2 electrons and requires 2 more. While in hydrogen and chlorine, the first exception in which the chlorine contains 7 electrons in its outermost shell and its form a linkage with hydrogen by forming or linking with the 1 electron of the hydrogen. The fourth one is the lithium, which contains 1 electron in its outermost shell and it loses its 1 electron to form a +1 charge on it. Again, with the beryllium, it loses 2 electrons from the outermost shell to form the +2 charge on it. Then the another exemptions are BH3 and ALH3, in which the boron it uses 6 of its electrons to form a bond with hydrogen. And again, same in the case with the aluminum, which uses six of its electron to form a bond with hydrogen. So these are the exceptions of octet rule, in which the elements forming bonding to each other without fulfilling their outermost shell. Thank you.